Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So I'm sure many of you have been wondering where I've been. Well, unfortunately, your boy Rev spent the past week in the YouTube slammer after receiving a community guideline strike for one of my recent videos. And I won't sugarcoat it, this has been the most frustrating and confusing week I've ever had in this platform, which is really saying something given the treatment I've been subjected to over the years. We'll go through the details together shortly, but to give you a too long didn't read version of events, a week ago, I uploaded a video covering the most recent allegations of predatory behavior, centering on a now disgraced YouTuber. And if you can't tell already, I am so handcuffed by YouTube at the moment that I have to speak cryptically with no real names and a bukkake of the word allegedly to describe even events caught on camera. Nonetheless, within a day of my video going live, my video was hit with a community guideline strike for harassment and cyberbullying. My appeal to that strike was rejected so fast that it was processed in fewer minutes than the total duration of the video in question. In the days that followed, I would reach out to Team YouTube on Twitter for further explanation. However, YouTube would triple and quadruple down on their decision with various tweets and emails, and they would even attempt to goalpost shift and claim the strikes were punishing me and other YouTubers at that point for running a fake sting operation that none of us were actually a part of. And at the time of making this video, the matter has not been resolved, the strike remains, and many people like myself believe that this is an effort by YouTube that has worked to the benefit of alleged predators who are now shielded from exposure, an effort that required YouTube to twist their own guidelines to a disturbing degree that should honestly shock you. Now, I'm a person who always tries to pull something positive, even from the worst situations, and while there's been many disappointments this week, there have been positives. I've been very lucky to have my community rally behind me and support me, including hanging out with me on Twitch as I streamed daily this past week. I've also had many content creators reach out and try to help me with my situation, including some big names I never thought would give me the time of day. And I'm also lucky to have other opportunities in terms of support when YouTube will not provide such, much like the sponsor of today's video. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Giga Chads over at Factor have returned to sponsor this video. Use my link or go to go.factor75.com and use code POGREV, SEP50 for 50% off your first box. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code with your phone. Now, what is Factor? It is a trusted meal delivery service that will save you time, money, and energy by bringing fresh, ready-to-make meals to your doorstep. Why spend time at the grocery store cooking when you can spend time looking at anime girls, or laughing at weirdos on Twitter, or even doing both by watching one of my videos? That's the kind of convenience Factor will deliver as you pick through their dozens of meal options that are updated with the latest and greatest recipes every single week. You know, I think anime fans get a bad rap. I know many of you are like me and you enjoy fitness or you want to start a fitness journey. Well, a key part of that is eating well while eating right. And as a proud Factor customer, I can attest that their meals will give you just that. To sum this all up in video game terms, this is pay to win. If you're like me and you can't cook, that skill issue is solved by Factor when all you need is a microwave and the patience to wait 2 minutes as your delicious meal is prepared for you. Again, use my link or go to go.factor75.com and use code POGREV, SEP50 for 50% off your first box. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code with your phone. Every purchase not only greatly supports this channel, but also gives you guys access to a service I know you'll enjoy. Thanks again to Factor for sponsoring this video. Now let's jump back into the content. So now I'm going to give you a detailed breakdown of that timeline I described earlier in the video. So all of these events began on September 4th when I uploaded a video to YouTube giving some updates on an alleged predator that is infamous on this platform. This individual is infamous because in the past they have allegedly attempted to meet up with a minor. They have allegedly received and sent illegal content to minors. And they are once again in the focus of many people's discussions because they allegedly attempted to meet up with another minor who they allegedly sent more illegal content to. This was a situation that was covered by the YouTuber Gideon, and it was a live stream containing footage of these allegations made against this individual. This was something that me and many other people covered on YouTube as a warning to the public of these alleged crimes and the actions of this alleged predator. However, within 24 hours, my video was taken down by YouTube and a community guideline strike applied to my channel, locking me out of my account for a week and also, of course, removing the video. Now, the reason for this was that I violated YouTube's guidelines against cyberbullying and harassment based on a time-stamped portion of the video. Now, of course, because YouTube time-stamped the portion of the video that violated the community guidelines, I was able to get the direct language that violated their policy. So I immediately screen recorded and got this video that captures exactly what YouTube found to violate their rules. And fortunately for me, this was the last 10 seconds of my commentary about the situation. Literally the next words out of my mouth were, "Thanks for watching the video and I'll see you next time." So we can basically boil down their violation to 10 seconds worth of commentary. And of course, I can't play this video on stream. I have to paraphrase. But essentially I said, based on these allegations, this individual should go to jail. Based on these allegations, they would be a threat to minors. Now, that was the language that they said violated their policy on cyberbullying and harassment. And of course, when I uploaded that clip to Twitter, many people were extremely outraged about this situation because it's horrible optics for YouTube and it makes no sense. And of course, I have people who will justify anything bad happening to me because they just want to do that. And they're saying things like, actually, Rev, what you did is harassment, and it doesn't matter that the individual you're talking about is an alleged predator. Well, here's the problem. Yes, I follow YouTube's guidelines on this stuff. They say you can't harass somebody no matter what their situation or their character is, okay? I get that. That's the rules. But I did not harass this individual. I simply made logical conclusions based on publicly available evidence hosted on their website, okay? That is an opinion. If you heard allegations that somebody murdered someone, it would be a logical conclusion to say, based on those allegations, that person should go to jail. That is not harassment, and neither was it harassment when I said those comments during my video. However, little did I know, during that time, I was already rejected. My appeal was rejected within less than 10 minutes of me filing it. They rejected my appeal faster in a shorter number of minutes than the total duration of the video itself, which is obviously quite discouraging to say the least. And to not get too petty here, it took them 13 days to review one of my recent unlisted videos that got demonetized. It took them 13 days to review a demonetized video to make sure it's suitable for advertisers, but it took them a single-digit number of minutes to review a community guideline strike on my channel. And of course, I did what any YouTuber can do during this situation. It's the only option we have left after our appeals are rejected. We take to Twitter. We go there with our hat in our hand and beg YouTube, Team YouTube in specific, to please review our video once again, where I was met with another rejection. They tripled down on this situation, saying that they unfortunately will not be restoring my video and that I did in fact violate YouTube's guidelines against cyberbullying and harassment based on my comments about this alleged situation. And of course, you can see the number of quotes. They were getting absolutely blasted. Okay, obviously, this is not a good look for YouTube. And even, you really messed up when you have quote retweets in here saying, "I dislike Rev, but this is too far." That's when you really messed up. And of course, I reached out to YouTube again. I wasn't giving this up. I reached out again and said, "Hey, listen, I understand you rejected my appeal. I understand that you have said on Twitter that you're not going to review this anymore, but please, this is a bad look for your platform. I believe there's a mistake here. This is a very easy fix. Please take another look." And they said they would. They gave me another contact at YouTube who said they'd be passing it off to their community outreach team and they would take another look at this situation. Sounds great. However, 24 hours later, I was sent another email saying that they were once again rejecting any sort of appeal on this video and they were quadrupling down on their decision. However, this time it was interesting because they changed the reasoning for the strike against my channel. So they said this: "After further review of the content, our team has confirmed that the strike on the video will be upheld in line with our harassment and cyberbullying policy. Specifically, the video includes content that depicts a staged meetup that is used to accuse an identifiable individual of egregious misconduct with a minor without the presence of law enforcement at timestamp 2 to 8 minutes, respectively." So there's so much wrong here that I don't even know where to begin. Number one, the goalpost shifting. Originally, they said it was based on a select number of comments towards the end of my video. Now it's this whole thing about a staged meetup. And here's the problem. I understand that there's flaws with sting operations on YouTube, okay? There are bad actors in that field who stage things. They do these for clout. They do these stings for clout. And also there's times where these sting operations impede law enforcement. But god damn it, there's a lot of good that comes out of these sting operations, especially when it comes to individuals who are being accused of certain things, but law enforcement has not taken action. At least we have these public records of some of the allegations they're facing. At least those exist to inform the public that these people have allegations facing them and they might be alleged of doing some bad things, and you should be aware of that. That is completely a good thing. And if YouTube wants to crack down on these things, okay, but what does that have to do with me? They are basically implying that me and other YouTubers who were struck down at this time for their videos on this situation, they're basically saying that, or implying that I ran the operation. I did not run this operation. I simply covered something that at that point was already up and existing on YouTube. And that was part of my point at the time is, you're striking me for this content that I talked about in my video, but the video that it came from is still up. Well, that would no longer be true because the original video uploaded by Gideon onto YouTube would then later be struck down by YouTube for the same reasons I just received for cyberbullying and harassment for a staged meetup. And I don't want to beat this to death, but this doesn't even look like it fits the definition of a staged meetup or a sting operation when this individual was allegedly going to do these actions and then they were brought to Gideon and his team, but I don't want to get bogged down into that. But nonetheless, this is what I brought to the attention of Twitter. I made another tweet about the situation, and basically I was just giving an update that Gideon's video is now taken down and that they are once again making it very clear that they're not going to help people in this situation. And this seemed like the turning point, okay? This, coupled with my other series of tweets and the fact that other YouTubers were starting to get striked for their videos on the situation, it got the attention of a lot of people, including some pretty big names that I didn't expect to get involved in this situation because, you know, it's me we're talking about. But I guess combining my concerns with other people, we had some big names come on, make videos on Twitter talking about the situation, making videos onto YouTube. We had many people reacting, tagging Team YouTube, and also we had individuals reach out to me, some very large content creators who gave me not only some advice on what to do moving forward, but also passed off my information to more appropriate sources at YouTube with the hopes of fixing the situation. And now you're probably wondering to yourself, well, okay, this is a horrible PR look for YouTube. Now what? What is their next move? They clearly have to fix this. Well, at the time of making this video, the strike still stands. The only reason I'm here saying anything is because my week-long suspension has ran up as the time of recording this video, and that's where we're at. And if you're not concerned about the message that this is sending, then I don't know what to tell you, because the way that YouTube has twisted their own policies on cyberbullying and harassment to the benefit of an alleged predator is very, very concerning. And these rules, to me and to many others, basically says that YouTube will crack down on basically any sting operation on YouTube and will crack down and call people and claim that they're breaking their TOS for exposing predators or alleged predators on their platform. And it works to the benefit of people being accused of serious things. And that is a very concerning thing on a platform like YouTube. And while we're here, I just want to point out one more thing, a small detail. You may notice down here, I have a warning on my channel. YouTube recently, or not recently, a few years ago, changed their policies on community guideline strikes where they added a buffer. So instead of immediately getting a strike the first time you violate their community guidelines, they give you a warning the first time. And here's my warning. Back in August 6th of 2019, over 4 years ago, I got a warning. And that warning has not expired. And YouTube has claimed that they want to treat the warning system much like the strikes. Strikes fade after 3 months. So that's how you can keep going. This strike will fade in December and you'll be free of that strike from your channel. But warnings apparently never go away. And YouTube has expressed that they want it to function like strikes where it will fade after a certain amount of time. So I'll ask YouTube, is 4 years good enough? Is 4 years enough to get rid of this warning so next time something like this happens, I can just get a warning on my channel? Because I've been clean for 4 years. And that video was not a malicious video, by the way. It was back when I was making memes on this channel. And here's the shocking content. There was a little too much anime cleavage in it, okay? As stupid as that decision was, I'm not going to harp on it. It was 4 years ago. It's done. But that's the warning that has existed on my channel for over 4 years. And this seems like a situation, if YouTube wants to completely flip their policies on cyberbullying and harassment, I think I was entitled to a warning, not a full week lockout on my account. This whole situation has been extremely frustrating, but I deeply appreciate my community and other content creators who have supported me during this situation. I have not worded today's video the best. It is hard to talk about something that really kind of gotten under my skin for understandable reasons, and also it's tough talking about a situation so cryptically and using things like allegedly to describe events that are public knowledge. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone dropping by this week. I streamed every day on Twitch. It was a blast. It was a nice break from all of this, and I will continue streaming more in the future. It was really fun, but I appreciate all of you. Thanks for bearing with me, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please share all of your thoughts about the situation in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time.